Hello everyone, welcome back to Creeping It Colorful. My name is Lori and it is backgrounds on a budget day today. So I saw a video that has to do with using crayons and Vaseline. And it looked like the video was either 3 years ago or 5 years ago. I'm not quite sure, I don't remember. But we're going to give it a try with Crayola crayons and the Jot brand crayons that you get at Dollar Tree. So we'll see what happens. And I tried to get close to the right color schemes over here. What you have to do is take your crayons, and I will put on here which ones are which. This is Crayola, and this is Jot. Okay, and what you're supposed to do is swatch out the colors you want to use for your background or for whatever you want to use it for. And you will be using this swatch to pick your color up. You're going to take Q-tips. You're supposed to swirl them into the Vaseline. I hope I'm even doing this right because I didn't go back and rewatch, so we'll see what happens. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer these colors. I'll bring it over here, rub on it, and transfer these colors into these boxes. And then I will see one thing that person didn't do was see if you can go on top of them with alcohol marker, gel pen, Prism pencil, Crayola Super Tips, a watercolor pencil, or acrylic marker. So we'll get all that tested out. Okay, so now I have some on here. I'm going to pick up the Crayola. I haven't done this. This is the first time doing this. And pick up some of this color. And it's supposed to pick it up. And if it doesn't, that's picking it up. And then you're supposed to be able to just transfer it. I'm going to get real upset if this doesn't work. Okay. Because I wouldn't know what I'm doing wrong. And it's not transferring onto, maybe it's the paper I'm using. That would really suck. It's a cardstock. I'll just keep rubbing some of this off of here. I'm rubbing it onto here. I know I used to use a baby oil back in the day to color. Maybe I shouldn't use such a... Here, let me try another color. A darker color. I'll try the purple. See if that shows up better. Yep, that shows up better. But you're supposed to be able to transfer it right to your page with the Q-tip. Like I said, I have not done this, so I don't know. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure and going in circular motion so I don't get any streaks or anything. Sorry about that. I'll go right back into the purple again. Rub some of that color on there. Go on here. She had little swatches when she did hers, and they were kind of, like too small. I would like to say they were too small because she had to replenish her swatches pretty much. So I just made big swatches right off the bat. Now actually it even works over top of each other. So I have some orange underneath there. But there we go with that one. Then I'll do another one with the Jot. Swirl it in there. And we'll pick the purple off of here. I guess this is the purple or pink or whatever the heck it is. I probably won't show it. I think it shows better with the darker colors. But it could be my paper too. So I don't know what to say about that. Let me try this one. The jot isn't picking up as well. It's really waxy. Yeah, I don't think jot is a good candidate for this. Maybe once you have it down and you go and rub over top of it, you get a lighter shade. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of using it, the Vaseline, color in your main color, and then, yeah, this is sucky. Okay, so now you know that jot sucks. But then again, I only had the jot neon crayons, so that might make a difference right there. Okay, now let's go to the next one. I'm gonna pick a color. The Crayola. I'm gonna go into the blue. It's a lot of Vaseline on there. I'm pressing down so I can pick it up. See how it picked it up? We're gonna go over this one. Personally, I don't know if I would try this method, but hey, if you're in a pinch and you don't have a lot of money and you have Vaseline and crayons on hand, there you go. You have a quick fix for a background if you can't wait. Like if you're snowed in and you want to get a page done, you have an alternative way to do it. Okay. And I'm just going to do a little bit more in here. Okay, and now we'll do the jot side. I don't think this is gonna be a good thing, but at least we'll see what you can go over top with. It's picking up some of that, but just remember these are neon colors, so that might be what's holding them back. They are quite waxy. You can feel it when you colored with them. Okay, I got that one done. Now, try to get some of these other ones. While I got the jot up here, I'll just use it. I wanted a variety so we could see what happened. It's picking it up, but not putting it down because it's such a light color. That's my fail. I should not have used neons, but they're the only jot crayons that I have. I have Pen and Gear that you can get at Dollar General, but I didn't. After I got this all done, I saw that I had them. I'm like, oh crap, I don't have room on my paper for them. But let's see. The Crayola's picking up pretty good. But like I said, it also looks nice and blended on the swatch itself. I'm really bending this cheapo. I wonder if you could do that with cotton balls too, because I have cotton balls. Ooh, that's too light of a color for me. I'm going to add another color. The other light color up here. Get a mix of colors. A little bit, because it is picking it up. It's just not putting it down. That's a very light one. Okay, that one's going to be fun to check out. Let's see here. I'll just do both ends right away. Alright. I'm going to swirl that around the edges so it's not. Alright, we'll do the Crayola over here. I'm going to flick this around here. Get the dark color. Crayola. Yeah, I don't think this will be one of my background choices for media. But to each their own. I think if I was to do it, I would do it swatch down and then rub Vaseline into it. And that's how I would do it. Okay. I mean, I'm just going to go down this whole thing here. with Crayola. Oh, I don't think I have a lot on there. Pick some up. Pick some up, put some down. Pick some up, put some down. If I can find that video again, I'm going to copy the link and try to put it in the description box. I know I had trouble finding it even in my history for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. One more time. I haven't used the pink yet, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to show up that well. And I was right. Since this is my last go around, I'm just going to take as much off of there as I can. Use the whole swatch. It does smooth out your swatch. So like I said, if you want to do it that way, that might be the way to go. Putting a swatch down and then covering up. I'm going to take some purple. Put some purple on here. Alrighty. And of course, it may also be my stinking paper. This might work better on other paper. And I'll get the jots down here. Almost got it off here. Oof, that's very waxy. Good Lord, I'm sliding on. I can feel it sliding on the top of that crayon. But if you want to do a sky sky color, it looks like it would work because this, look, it got smoother. There we go. Now we need one more color. Sorry for this complete fail, but you never know unless you try, right? Right. Pick up this stuff. Some of this color. Combine the two. Holy moly. It's hard to lay down. Okay. Now we'll go and try to see what can be used on top of it once you have it. Okay, say you're doing, okay, alcohol marker. Let's see. I picked black, so it helps. It doesn't seem to do too bad of a job. This one will really show up on because there's nothing really underneath. So that's an alcohol marker. Artist Loft, of course. The gel pen. This will probably gunk up, I would think. But who knows? It makes streaks. But you know what? I have a solution to that, and I'll show you in a second. Take your finger, go like this. It'll smudge that right out. Look at that. You don't have your streaks so much. Okay, we'll try the jot side. This one's a little tougher. I can even see it. You can even see the pieces of the wax. And now it's not going to want to go here. And this is a Temu. Look, you can still see the lines. This is the Temu brand glitter pen. Okay. Prisma pencil. Oh, it looks kind of smooth over top of that. That looks pretty nice. I'm not going to use, I was going to use my finger to blend it, but let's see what it does for the jot. Oh, same thing. So far, Prismacolor works pretty good over top, I think. I mean, I don't know. You won't get bleed through because you have that barrier of your Vaseline and crayons. So that was a glitter gel pen. Glitter's really showing up on there. Okay, let's see. Crayola Super Tips. Oh, that still works pretty good. Look how bright. Oh, but see, it's smushing it. The jot is sucky. Watercolor pencil. This should get interesting. So you have an area you want to shade darker somewhere, maybe around the edges of something. After you put your crayon down, then we see what happens with this. It's still working a little bit. It's fighting it. Complete fail. Look, it won't even move the watercolor pencil. It still works on Crayola, smushes it around, but on here, nothing. Way to go, Mr. Complete Fail. Okay, one more is acrylic marker. This is an acrylic marker. See if you can see it coming through. Let's try this one. Well, it's not bad on either one. It's not as opaque as it usually is, but it can be used on either one. So we can use, basically we can use a alcohol marker, Prismacolor. This is the ones I'm saying on both. And it failed with gel pen. You'll still see streaks even when you do my little smooshy. This one caused clumps. This one doesn't even activate the watercolor. And these, look, they faded into nothingness. So they don't even... I should have used a colored one, but I thought like if you were doing a background and you wanted to do snowflakes or something, that's why I would use the white one. This one isn't too bad. This one's dark for some reason, a lot darker than this side. So your colors would be a little more faded on the Crayola with an alcohol marker. And that's my test for the backgrounds on a budget. I mean, everything here is pretty well. I mean, these are the most expensive thing I think that are on this whole chart that you would use with. But now you get an idea that crayons with Vaseline can or cannot be used with some other medium, mixed media. And if you use it by yourself, I'm saying your best bet for using the crayons is to make the color first. Make it thick, put it down first, and then go over it with whatever you can with the Vaseline. And it will make it smoother looking. A lot lighter, but smoother looking. It blended it really well. And these are a complete fail, the Jot Neon. So don't use neon for your background, but I just used my regular Crayola. And these were the Jot ones. As you can see, they're very neon and they're very sucky. So you get what you pay for. And I did have these, but I didn't use them, and I should have. The pen and gear crayons. Shall we just try one and see what happens? I'll flip this over. And we'll do dark colors again. I'll do a brown this time since I haven't done brown yet. Oh, these are very waxy. These may be chalked up to the Jot. Okay, we got that one, and I'll do a dark. I haven't done this color yet. I'll use this. Okay. All right, now we're gonna try it. Give it a little chance to see if pen and gear work. how they fare out in this experiment. Once again, it picks up the color and blends it out on your paper. And it does cover, this carries over a lot easier than the other two did though. So, I'd say before you put it on your actual page, experiment. I'll use the other one, see how good that does. I'll pick that up. Look, it does pick up a lot easier with the pen and gear, and I believe those are Dollar General brand. I could be wrong. They could be Walmart brand. I don't really remember. Doesn't really say. It's either Walmart or Dollar General. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do with this. Watercolor. Let's see what watercolor does. It still gets activated, but you have a line there. Let me see. See if we can rub that out. Nope, the line stays. So watercolor does not go on pen and gear. Let me write this down. Pen and gear. Pen and gear. Alright, so the watercolor sucked. Super tips. They look about the same. They are not opaque. Let's see, okay, let's try acrylic marker. Well, you can see that a lot better on that. Alcohol marker. Yeah, this one's a little fading, but try the gel pen. Gel pen I'll do over here. Nope, gel pen's sucking. Gel pen's a no. And Prismacolor, that's a yes. Which one haven't I tried? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I used them all. So we know that these are able to be transferred easier, pen and gear, and they are good with super tips, acrylic, alcohol, and Prismacolor pencils. A complete fail with watercolor and gel pen. So, and that would be these, pen and gear. And there is our background experiment. Hope this helps you. I will gladly keep doing these kinds of tests to see what we can come up with for those of us who cannot afford the fancy backgrounds and would like an alternative. And I thought crayons would do the trick, but they really didn't come out on top as a good source for a background on a budget. Alrighty, because like I used a good Prismacolor pencil, and if you can't afford stuff, Prisma may not be a choice that you would have to use. So yeah, but I used it anyway just in case. So there we go. There's our background on a budget for this Thursday. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and give me any suggestions in the suggestions in the comment section for anything you'd like me to try out, and I will gladly try it if I can. No promises, but I will definitely give it a good old try. Thank you so much for stopping by. Stay happy, healthy, stay creative, stay creepy, and stay tuned for next time. Bye-bye for now.